तदनकल्पि निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्. Start.
ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षिभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
ॐ ॐ इति एतद् अक्षरम् इदगुं सर्वं तस्य उपव्याख्यानं भूतं भवत् भविष्यत् इति सर्वम् ओंकार एव.
Can you read again?
ॐ इति एतद् ओमिति एतद् अक्षरम् इदगुं सर्वं तस्य उपव्याख्यानं भूतं भवत् भविष्यत् इति सर्वम् ओंकार एव. यच्च अन्यत् त्रिकालातीतं तत् अपि ओंकार एव.
Good.
सर्वं ह्येतत् ब्रह्मा.
Break that one. Sarvam.
सर्वं ह्येतत् ब्रह्मा.
Break that one. That sarvam after that word.
सर्वं हि एतत् ब्रह्मा. अयम् आत्मा ब्रह्मा. स अयम् आत्मा चतुष्पाद.
You are telling Brahma or Brahma? I'm hearing Brahma, but there is no word Brahma here. Or
Brahma.
Brahma. Yes, not Brahma. No Brahma. Brahma.
Brahman. Yeah.
That is called Brahma. Okay. Can you read that again?
Sarvam hi etat Brahma.
No, you are telling Brahma. I'm hearing Brahma. No. Sarvam hi etat Brahma.
Sarvam hi etat Brahma. Ayam Atma Brahma. Sa ayam Atma Chadushpad.
Good.
जागरित स्थानः बहिःप्रज्ञः सप्तांगः एकोनविंशतिमुखः स्थूलभुक् वैश्वानरः प्रथमः पादः.
What is the first word?
जागरित स्थानः.
Not Jagrit.
जागरित स्थानः.
No.
जागरित स्थानः. जागरित स्थानः बहिःप्रज्ञः सप्तांगः एकोनविंशतिमुखः स्थूलभुक् वैश्वानरः प्रथमः पादः.
Very good.
सप्तस्थानः सप्नः स्थानः. स्वप्नः
not Sapna.
स्वप्नः स्थानः अन्तःप्रज्ञः सप्तांगः एकोनविंशतिमुखः प्रविक्तभुक् तेजसः द्वितीयः पादः.
Good.
यत्र सुप्तः न कंचन कामं कामयते न कंचन स्वप्नं पश्यति तत् सुषुप्तं सुषुप्तस्थान एकीभूतः सुसुप्तस्थानः एकीभूतः प्रज्ञानघनः एव आनन्दमयः हि आनन्दभुक् चेतो मुखः प्राज्ञस्तृतीयपादः
प्राज्ञः
प्राज्ञः. One more time. यत्र सुप्तः न कंचन कामं कामयते.
No, we cannot. We have to read in the sentence. Yatra suptaha na kanchana kamam kamayate. It is one sentence.
All right. यत्र सुप्तः न कंचन कामं कामयते
Good.
न कंचन स्वप्नं पश्यति तत् सुषुप्तं
Na kanchana swapnam pasyati tat susuptam na kanchana swapnam pasyati. That means where there is no swapna, that is called susupti, like that. So na kanchana swapnam pasyati tat susuptam, like that.
न कंचन स्वप्नं पश्यति तत् सुषुप्तं सुसुप्तस्थानः एकीभूतः प्रज्ञानघनः एव आनन्दमयः हि आनन्दभुक् चेतो मुखः प्राज्ञः तृतीयपादः तृतीयपादः
Tritiyah padah.
तृतीय
Tritiyah padah.
तृतीय
All are pakaranta pullinga, the first case, the karta karga. That's why like Ramaha, Gopalaha, Pustakah, will be there everywhere. Padaha, Tritiyaha, Anandamayaha, Prajnanaghanaha. These are all saying ekavachana, karta karaka ekavachana, pratham purusha.
एषः सर्वेश्वरः एषः सर्वज्ञः एषः अन्तर्यामी एषः योनिः सर्वस्य प्रभवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां.
Not Bhutanam. 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 Bhu will belong, ta will belong, na will belong.
One more time. एषः सर्वेश्वरः एषः सर्वज्ञः एषः अन्तर्यामी एषः योनिः सर्वस्य प्रभवाप्ययौ हि भूतानां.
Bhutanam. Bhu will belong also because it is dirgha.
Bhutanam.
बाहिष्प्रज्ञो विभुर्विश्वः यन्तः प्रज्ञस्तु तैजसः घनः प्रज्ञस्तथा प्राज्ञः एक एव त्रिधा स्मृतः दक्षिणाक्षिमुखे विश्वः मनस्यन्तस्तु तैजसः आकाशे च हृदि प्राज्ञः त्रिधा देहे व्यवस्थितः
विश्वो हि स्थूलभुङ् नित्यं तैजस प्रविविक्तभुक् आनन्दभुक् तथा प्राज्ञः त्रिधा भोगं निबोधता स्थूलं तर्पयते विश्वं प्रविविक्तं तु तैजसम् आनन्दश्च तथा प्राज्ञं त्रिधा तृप्तिं निबोधता
वेदै तदुभयं यस्तु सहुञ्जानो न लिप्यते प्रभवः सर्वभावानां.
Did you miss anything?
Vishuddhamashu.
Teshudhamasu.
Number 5.
Number 5, Swamiji.
The Karika.
त्रिषु तामसु यत् भोज्यं भोक्ता यश्च प्रकीर्तितः वेदै तदुभयं यस्तु सहुञ्जानो न लिप्यते.
Can you break that the first word in the second line?
वेदै तदुभयं.
No, break
वेदै तदुभयं यस्तु सपुञ्ज
वेद एतत् उभयं वेद एतत् उभयं यस्तु
वेद एतत् उभयं यस्तु सपुञ्जानो न लिप्यते
यस्तु यः तु यस्तु
प्रभवः सर्वभावानां सतामिति विनिश्चयः सर्वं जनयति प्राणः चेतोंशून् पुरुष पृथक्
वेरी गुड
विभूतिं प्रसवं त्वन्ये मन्यन्ते सृष्टिचिन्तकाः स्वप्नमाया स्वरूपेति सृष्टिरन्यैर्विकल्पिता इच्छा मात्रं प्रभो सृष्टिः इति सृष्टौ विनिश्चिताः कालात् प्रसूतिं भूतानां
काला
प्रसूतिं भूतानां
again that word
कालात् प्रसूतिं भूतानां
प्रसूतिं कालात्
प्रसूतिं कालात् प्रसूतिं भूतानां मन्यन्ते कालचिन्तकाः
भोगार्थं सृष्टि
काल चिंतक not चिंतकाः काल चिंतकाः
yes
that all will be pronounced because
yes
there
yes कालचिन्तकाः
no काल चिंतकाः
चिन्तकाः
not chintaka when we tell chintaka then it is we are putting a visarga on the ta but there is no Holland we are putting Holland but there is no Holland there is a there चिंतकाः चिंतकाः
चिन्तकाः
yes चिंतकाः yes kaha at the end is visarga is there so we will not tell kah we will tell kaha
काः okay कालचिन्तकाः
not chintakaः kala chintakaः chinta
कालचिन्तकाः
yes like
okay
chinta it is chinta there is no akara so chinta but
okay.
chintakaः no chintakaः yes yes Ajay
भोगार्थं सृष्टिरित्यन्ये कीडार्थम् इति चापरे देवस्यैष स्वभावोऽयम् आप्तकामस्य का स्पृहा न अन्तःप्रज्ञं न बहिष्प्रज्ञं नोभयतः न प्रज्ञानघनं न प्रज्ञं नाप्रज्ञम् अदृष्टम् अव्यवहार्यम् अग्राह्यम् अलक्षणम् अचिन्त्यम् अव्यपदेश्यम् एकात्म्य प्रत्ययसारम् प्रपंचोपशमम् शान्तम् शिवम् अद्वैतम् चतुर्थम् मन्यन्ते स आत्मा स विज्ञेयः
again read slowly don't go fast because
न अन्तःप्रज्ञं न बहिष्प्रज्ञं नोभयतः प्रज्ञम्
no go slowly na hanta pragyam na bahis pragyam
okay I'll do it in one Swamiji.
yes
न अन्तःप्रज्ञं न बहिष्प्रज्ञं नोभयतः प्रज्ञम्
ubhayatah pragyam no
प्रज्ञम्
ubhayatah pragyam
नोभयतः प्रज्ञम् न प्रज्ञानघनं न प्रज्ञम् नाप्रज्ञम् अदृष्टम् अव्यवहार्यम् अग्राह्यम् अलक्षणम् अचिन्त्यम् अव्यपदेश्यम् एकात्मप्रत्ययसारम् प्रपंचोपशमम्
what is that
प्रपंच उपशमम्
prapancha
उपशमम् शान्तम् शिवम् अद्वैतम् चतुर्थम् मन्यन्ते स आत्मा स विज्ञेयः
yes
निवृत्ते सर्वदुःखानाम् ईशानः प्रभुरव्ययः अद्वैतः सर्वभावानां देवस्तुर्यो विभुस्मृतः कार्यकारणबद्धौ तौ आविश्येदे विश्वतेजसौ प्राज्ञः कारणबद्धस्तु द्वौ तौ तुर्येण सिद्ध्यतः.
Okay. Actually, I told it wrongly. Karya karanabadho tau isyate. Isyate. That is not avishyate. It is isyate. Not avishyate.
I got it.
If we break that one, it will be avishyate. Tau. After O, if there is a vowel that is E, then O becomes ab.
Oh, all right.
That's why that A will be connected to ta, then it becomes ta, then vishyate. Okay.
Oh, ta vishyate or tau avishyate?
Tau
Avishyate.
isyate. Tau isyate.
Tau ishyate. Okay.
Isyate.
Tau ishyate. Thank you, Swami.
That O will become ab. Then add all these things. Then you will see that this word is coming. Okay. So we are saying this one. Now this person is, after explaining the Vishwa and Tejas at length, Bhavan Bhavan Gaudapada is giving the Karika on the Turiya. His intention is to tell Turiya because the previous definition, we cannot tell a definition, that is the description of the Turiya. The Antahpragyam, Bahispragyam, that is the description of the Turiya. Turiya, which is called Atma, which is called Brahman, Sabhigya, that is to be known. So he is explaining that, he is telling how this Turiya is to be determined. What is the nature of this Turiya? Vishwa Tejas, he is comparing. Vishwa Tejas are told, but with relation to Vishwa Tejas, what is the position of the Turiya? Like whenever we are defining something, always we can define something as it is. Then we can define something with respect to something else. Like for example, when we tell, like Atma Kaha, we tell Sthula, Sukshma, Karana Sarirat, Vyatiriktah, Pancha Kosatitah San, Avastatraya Sakshi, like this we tell. Then Satchit Ananda Swarupaha San Yatishtari Sa Atma. When we tell Satchit and Ananda Swarupaha, that is the definition as is. That is the definition of Atma as is, not with respect to something else. And that is called the Swarupa Lakshana. Like when we are telling Sthula Sukshma Karana Sarirat Vyatiriktah, the Atma is other than the Sthula Sarira, Sukshma Sarira and Karana Sarira. That time we are defining Atma with respect to Sthula Sarira, Sukshma Sarira and Karana Sarira. But when you come to tell Satchidananda, at that time it is as is. We are not taking the help of Sthula Sarira, Sukshma Sarira and Karana Sarira. Like when you tell who is he? He is the dad of this person. Okay, of this child. Then that is called the Tatastha Lakshana. Tatastha Lakshana means we are trying to define something with respect to something else. Like a person is called as a dad with respect to a child. That person is not a dad. I hope you are able to understand. The person himself is not a dad. The person with respect to a child is called a dad. Dad is a conditioned thing, but the person is not a conditioned thing. Of course, when we tell person means a man or woman, then it is a conditioned thing related to gender. I'm not telling that one. With respect to the here relationship is taken into consideration, and then a person is defined. When you tell dad, dad means that person is related to somebody called child, and then he becomes dad. Dad is a after thing, after effect. Once the child is born, then we call that person dad. Or mom, whatever, that doesn't matter. So Tatastha Lakshana and Swarupa Lakshana. This Vishwa and Tejas, we cannot define them as is. Vishwa, Tejas and Prajna. We have to take the help of something to define them. But when it comes to Turiya, Turiya can be defined as is. Okay, so there is a difference of defining. So that he is trying to show here, one Gaudapada, that how the Turiya can stand on its own. It doesn't need a crutch. It doesn't need a support. But Vishwatas and Prajna, they cannot exist on their own.
So Swamiji, Atma defined as Pancha Koshati Taha. That is Tatastha Lakshanam.
Yes, all these
Okay.
are Tatastha Lakshana. Only one is the Satchit and Ananda Swarupa, that is the
Swarupa Lakshanam. Okay.
Swarupa Lakshana. Swarupa Lakshana.
Lakshana, okay.
So that is a great thing. Like we tell that the parents have the support for the child, isn't it? The child cannot exist without a support their parents. Even parents cannot exist, they need support too. The dad one needs the support from the mom, and mom needs the support from the dad. Mom and dad, both of them, they need the support from the company, and company needs the support from the government. Government needs the support from the people. It is everybody is being supported. Nobody is supported in this world, but only one entity is there who is a supporter of everything, but has no support. That is a Turiya. So there is a contrast. There is a complete distinction. So one cannot mix up things. How we are telling, I am the body. I is completely different than the body. I is completely independent of the body. I can stay without the body, but body cannot stay without I. To have the body, to feel that I am to know that I have a body. If I is not there, how can we tell that I have the body? That I is really defining the very existence of this body. If I is not there, what will tell? Body. And who will tell that? There is nobody. Body cannot tell that I am the body. Something else. See how many things are there. We don't have to read Upanishads. It is already when we see these things, it is a great revelation. Nibrute sarva dukkhanam isana prabhura deha. Here he starts the defining the Turiya in terms of the dukkha. That is the best way, because always you tell that, I want to be happy all the time. Nobody wants to be happy for a temporary period. Everybody wants to linger that happiness. Or let us say joy, because there is a difference between happiness and joy. Joy is a created thing. And how the joy is created? Joy is called the sukha. Joy is called sukha. It is created because of the sense organs coming in contact with sense objects, and it will be experienced in the mind. That means mind and senses are involved in a sukha. And the experiencer is at the time the feeler. The feeler, the mind, and senses are all are involved in joy. And their sense organs are to be in perfect condition and sense objects are to be plenty. Then only sukha is created. And again, this feeler should have the desire. If I have a desire means I want to be happy by eating a mango. That means eating the mango will be the cause for my happiness. That is called desire because it is, why it is called desire?
Wrong understanding.
Wrong, not wrong understanding.
Wrong thinking, Swami.
Wrong thinking. Wrong thinking. I am thinking that good that you at least you could tell that wrong understanding that is close to it. Because that is my wrong thinking that the mango is the source of happiness. Because my understanding is that mango happiness is the mango. And that is wrong understanding. Then wrong thinking is if I can have that, if that mango can be one with me, then me and the mango will be one. Mango is happiness. I and mango will be one. Then I'll be happiness. That is wrong thinking. Wrong thinking is that mango becomes one with me. One with me means it will be, that will come from the tree. Then we'll wash it, cut all the skin. Because if we take the skin, then I will not experience that happiness. So the skin has to be removed. Then that entire mango, that pulp and everything has to be one with me. When it becomes one with me, then only that mango is me. Mango is happiness, then I'm happiness. I'm happy. And that kind of happiness is not real happiness. It is called joy. Because for the joy, sense organs are needed and sense objects are to be needed. Like food. Food will give joy only when it becomes one with the body. I'm thinking that I'm the body and food is the joy. That food becomes the body. Then now the body and food, there is no difference at all. Just like how the fire and the iron ball is no difference. Then wherever there is oneness, whether it is because of ignorance or because of knowledge, when there is oneness, it is joy will be there. Okay. But this joy which is experienced, joy is always experienced. Happiness cannot be experienced. Happiness reflected in the mind is called joy. So this joy, what you got, it is because of the fulfillment of desire. It is not the real happiness. It is a joy. It is a mask of happiness. It is an illusory happiness. And one gets attached. This joy, if one is looking always after joy, then one will be attached to sense objects. It is bound to be. Okay. How much you may try to make that food one with me, it will never become one with me. Whatever food we eat, some portion will go as urine, some portion will go as the fecal matter, something will be created as the flesh, something will be created as the portion will be created, will create the bone. It differentiates into different things. Food doesn't remain as a food. Whatever we eat, 95% just goes, is excreted. But if something can be completely one with me, it is intrinsically, like how H2O. H2O is water and water is H2O. H2O is not the adjective of water. Like when we tell blue lotus, blue is the adjective of lotus. What the adjective does? Adjective always differentiates one object from the other object. That means there are so many lotuses are there of different colors, but this lotus is not like other lotuses. It is only blue lotus. It is not a yellow lotus, it is not a white lotus, it is not a black lotus, maybe, I don't know, black lotus is there or not, but it differentiates. Adjectives are used to differentiate. Like when it, oh, okay, what a beautiful person. That means all other people are ugly or less beautiful. These are adjectives. Adjectives are used for that. But for Atma, we cannot use the adjective. We cannot use adjective. So there is complete distinction between the pleasure and happiness. We should not mix up these two words. For a pleasure or joy, these are the factors required. First, there should be a desire. Desire means this will give me joy. At the time I tell you joy, this will give me happiness. I will think that that is the source of happiness, but it's not source of happiness. It's just a false. My understanding regarding the object is not right. Wrong understanding. Then when the wrong understanding, wrong think will be there. I want to have that object. I want to have that object. Suppose by chance I got that object. More it is delayed, the desire will to get that one, there will be desperation. I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get. And suddenly we got it. The moment we get it, at that time, our joy will be at the peak, maximum. Slowly, it will go down. That's one cannot rely upon that one. It is deceptive. And a time will come that same object will be the object of hate. I will hate that object. This mango, really, it created all the diabetes and everything. Now they are telling that the heart is going, the lungs are going, kidneys are. Then if somebody brings a basket of Alfonso mango, this is all for you, then what I will tell? I'll throw that basket. I will not, okay, all of you eat and nicely. No, not that. I have so much hatred for that mango because you ate that. That was not happiness. So here, what really true happiness? Through language of happiness, he is defining today. Nibrute sarva dukkhanam ishana prabhu abhyaya. Okay. Ishana. This Ishana is the Prabhu. Prabhu means Sarva Samartha. Ishana is the Lord is all powerful. Prabhu means all powerful. All powerful in what way is all powerful? Nibrute sarva dukkhanam. One thing Lord can do, that he can remove all our unhappiness. He may not be able to make me stand first in the exam. If he wants, he can do. But he doesn't do those kind of things. For to stand, to get that position, one has to study. Lord will not tell and take you and put us in the first position. We have to work, we have to study. But dukkha, he can remove the dukkha. Okay. If you want to remove all the sorrows from mind, then pray God. If you want to get different, like honor, respect, objects, then work hard. Not work hard, work simple. Everything is different. Work can get results like name and fame. Work can bring us material objects. But work cannot make us happy. We tell that if I get a job, I will be happy. That is not true at all. Nobody has become happy by getting a job. We think that I'll be, and at the end, same job will be the cause for all my tensions and worries. When they will give promotion, and suppose they will give promotion, and next day, completely the company is gone. Or they will lay me off. I am the CEO one day for the CEO, the next day, in Odia that is statement, Aji je Rajendrasane Kali se Dandara Fakire. That means today who is sitting on the throne as a king, tomorrow that person will be a beggar on the streets. Then no guarantee. But Ishana, the Lord, what he can do? He is capable of putting an end to all kinds of sorrows. Sarva dukkhanam. How many kinds of dukkha we have? We have got dukkha like I'm not getting a proper school. That is dukkha will be there. I'm not getting married, dukkha. Or I got married. Or I'm not having a boy child. Or I'm not having a girl child. If the boy child is there, the leg is not properly formed. The brain is not working properly. How many kinds? I don't know. As a householder, one has to have a lot of respect for a householder. How a person is so many issues, but still that person is able to work. That is amazing. That is amazing. 100 kinds of things one has to go through. One will torn apart in 100 ways. But still, one keeps the head straight, looks ahead, and goes ahead. And that needs a lot of strength. Marriage is not a, people think that, okay, get married something, let us go to McDonald's and sit there and tell, I am yours and you are mine, marriage is done. Not easy, not easy. So many things. That's why the Grihastha Dharma is considered as the highest than all the dharmas. There are so many difficulties are there. Challenges are there. But we always consider that as dukkha. Dukkha means for us, if something is not as per my desire, then we call it dukkha. It is a difficulty, not dukkha. Dukkha is an inner thing. But dukkha is created because of ignorance. Dukkha is not created because of situations. Difficulties or favorable conditions are created by situations. But dukkha is self-created. Because I do not know really who I am. Who is the self? Who I am, I do not know. That's why the dukkha. But once one prays to Lord, or one surrenders to Lord in the language of devotion, or to one serves Lord in the language of karma yoga, or one becomes one with the reality in the language of knowledge, then dukkha nivruti. What is the purpose of scripture? Karana sahita atyantika dukkha nivruti and paramananda prapti. Karana sahita dukkha nivruti and paramananda prapti, that is the purpose of all scriptures in one sentence. Or they tell atyantika dukkha nivruti and paramananda prapti. All dukkhas will come to an end forever. Atyantika. Atyantika means there will be no anta, there will be no residue at all. And paramananda prapti, and one will get the bliss. Paramananda is the bliss. And that can only happen. That's why they tell that, okay, be devoted to God, not for anything else. But, oh, okay, you are so weak, that's why you have to pray to Lord. No. Lord is not other than ourselves. And can anybody stay without supporting oneself? Can a tree stay without supporting itself? Tree has to support itself. It has to stand. Tree has to stand as a tree. Happiness and God, they are not two different things. Happiness and self are not two different things. If somebody tells that, I want happiness, but I don't need God. That person didn't understand the relationship between happiness and God. That's why here it is told, Nibrute sarva dukkhanam Ishana. Ishana is the sarva dukkhanam Nibruti. The Lord is the antidote to all kinds of sorrow. The Ishana is equal to sarva dukkha Nibruti. Not that God will remove the sorrow, but God is free from sorrow. That's the meaning. Advaita Sarva Bhavana. Then what Bhagavan Shankaracharya told last time we have seen, but again we will see because sometimes we forget completely. So let's say repeating this one. Prajna, first word Bhagavan Shankaracharya is taking, he's telling the commentary. Sarva Dukkhanam. What is the meaning? Sarva Dukkhanam Nibrutehe. Nibrutehe Sarva Dukkhanam, but he's telling in a different way. Sarva Dukkhanam Nibrutehe. First, he is giving the commentary on these two words. What he is telling Bhavan Shankaracharya ji? Prajna, Taijas, Vishwa, Lakshananam, Sarva Dukkhanam. The Sarva Dukkha is equal to Prajna, Taijas and Vishwa. Sarva Dukkha is characterized by Prajna, Taijas and Vishwa. Not that Vishwa, Taijas and Prajna, they will have sorrow. No, sorrow is Prajna, Taijas and Vishwa. Sarva Dukkhanam, Lakshananam, Prajna, Tajas, Vishwa. Prajna, Tajas, Vishwa, the characteristics of Vishwa, Tajas and Prajna is Sarva Dukkha. Vishwa, Tajas, Prajna, Tajas and Vishwa Lakshanam, Sarva Dukkhanam. Both adjectives. The case, it is the Sarva Dukkhanam, Lakshananam. That means Sarva Dukkha will go with Prajna, Tajas and Vishwa Lakshananam. Okay, they are together. Nibrutehe, the removal of the cessation of the Sarva Dukkha. Who is Sarva Dukkha? Prajna, Tajas and Vishwa, the Sarva Dukkha. Nibrutehe, Isanaha. The Lord is the antidote to the Sarva Dukkha, all kinds of sorrows. All kinds of sorrows means this Vishwa, Tajas and Prajna. The moment Ishana, the Lord is known, what will happen to Vishwa, Tajas and Prajna? They are gone. Once we know the rope, the snake is gone. Lord is not the cause for sorrow. Lord is the antidote to sorrow. Lord and sorrow, they cannot stay together. They're antidote. Nibrutehe, Ishana. Sarva Dukkhanam, Nibrute. These two, the words. Then what Bhavan is telling? Sarva Dukkhanam, he told that is Prajna, Tajas, Vishwa, Lakshananam. That he told. Vishwa, Tajas and Prajna are the Sarva Dukkha. Then Nibrutehe. Nibrute, he is not telling anything. Nibrute means Nibrute. He is not explaining. Nibrute means removal. Okay. Then Isana. The next word is Isana. Isana, he is giving commentary. Isana means Turiya. Turiya Atma. Isana, he is telling Turiya. At the Turiya word is there at the end. Deva Turiyo. This Turiya is the Isana. Okay. Who is the Lord? Lord is that Turiya. And who is the Turiya? Previously we have seen that Turiya is also called Atma. The Isana means the Turiya. Turiya means Atma. That means the self. It is always bringing to, always you will think that Isana means the Lord. There is some powerful Lord is there. He is sitting in the Vaikuntha. So, because our mind will go there, because we are thinking that where God is, we will look up. He is in the heaven. Isana. Isana is the Turiya. And why he is called Turiya? That we have also seen. Turiya means Chaturya, because it's the fourth. That's why it's called Turiya. Not the Pratham Pada, not the Dvitiya Pada, not the Tritiya Pada, Chaturtha Pada. Chaturya, from the word Chaturya, Cha is removed, Turiya has come. That means it's the fourth. Isana means the Turiya, and the Turiya is the Atma. Atma means myself. Then he's telling what is the meaning of Ishana. He told two different words for Ishana. One is the Turiya, one is the Atma. But what is Ishana then? Because next word is Ishana. This Ishana, Ishanaha iti asya padasya vyakhyanam Prabhu. He's telling the explanation of Ishana is Prabhu. And what is the meaning of Prabhu? Prabhu is Sarva Samartha. almighty. So Isana meaning is Prabhu, that means Isana is the all-powerful, mighty Lord. Dukkha nibrutim prati Prabhu bhavati ityartha. Why he is called as so powerful? See, suppose there are 10 lions are there. They are in the prime stage, the male lions are there, so powerful. But one pistol is enough to kill them. They are very powerful, no doubt. They can kill an elephant, or they can kill anything. They can capture. But they cannot stand a bullet. So they are not sarva samartha. They are samartha so far as the catching a deer or catching an elephant, but they cannot stand the force of the bullet. Or they cannot get out of the from the trap. If there is a trap is there, they get caught. They cannot get out of it. So they are not sarva samartha. Samartha in some ways, but not in all ways. Then why the Isana is other name is Prabhu? Because Dukkha Nibrutim Prati Prabhu Bhavati. When it comes to Dukkha Nibruti, this Isana can pulverize that Dukkha. It can destroy that. It can smother that soul. That's why he is called powerful. Not that he will do this one, he will do that. That's why he is powerful. No. The most difficult thing is to remove sorrow. People can construct buildings after buildings, can do this mathematics, that mathematics, this scientific discovery, everything people can do. But when it comes to sorrow, that it needs a lot of strength to remove the sorrow from our mind. Lot of strength. Our money can do anything. Our progeny, the people all are around, they're Chintu, Mintu, everybody is there, they're ready to support. Dad, what can I do for you? Can you remove my sorrow? Dad, only that, anything else? Do you want us to clean the utensils? We can do. Can you tell us to take the car, it's not running, it's not starting, can you push that? We can do. But sorrow, we can't do anything. Then if you can do, then why are my children? You cannot remove my sorrow at all. But they cannot. But who can do? Isana can do. That's why he's called Prabhu. Prabhu iti arthaha. Why he's called Prabhu? Because Dukkha Nibrutim Prati Prabhu Bhavati iti arthaha. Since he can remove all kinds of sorrows without any effort, in a flash of a second he can remove. That's why he's called Prabhu. See, these are Bhagavan Shankaracharya is telling you, tell that, okay, what the book is there in front of you and the mic is there, that's why you go on and telling. Dukkha, you know how much dukkha I'm going through? Can you do anything to me? No, nobody can remove from outside. Nobody. Guru cannot remove, children cannot remove, spouse cannot remove, government cannot remove, nobody can remove the sorrow. But the Lord can remove. That's why it is told that, okay, from the childhood days, always be the, like how without one, no number can stay. In the same way, our existence is not possible without that number one, that is the God. We cannot tell he is not a either or. Not either or. God is a must in our life because you have to first happy. Then only you can be happy doctor, happy engineer, happy mother, happy father, or happy enemy too. Okay. Then how if the Ishana is the Dukkha Nibruti, that means he is the only entity who is free from sorrow, or he can remove sorrow. Then how he can remove sorrow? I am all the time, all the gods are there in my home. I had gone to somebody's home, and then she was going through a lot of unhappiness, different situations. But in her home, there are so many pictures of all the, starting from Swami Vivekananda, then Ramakrishna Paramahansa, then all great saints, Bhagavan Shankaracharya, Bhagavan Vyasadeva, everything is there on all the saint gurus, our Gurudev's picture, because they are devotees of the mission, the Gurudev's picture. And then she was telling that how my difficulties are so many, nothing is. health issues, children are not doing well, and the house is, the mortgage has to pay, all the problems. Then I told her, do you know, why you are keeping all these God's pictures? Is there any need? We are so unhappy. And God's picture we are keeping. It is just for decoration, that's all. No. God's picture we are keeping, not that we will get any favor. No, we have to remind ourselves that we are that divine entity. That's why we are keeping God's picture. God's murti is there in the temple inside the Garbhagriha, and we are standing 20 meters away. He can't do anything to us. We are reminding that I am that divine entity. That's why we keep everywhere pictures of the, everywhere idols of the temple. Not only one idol, so many idols will keep, because by one idol we will say, okay, I am divine, oh God, I am yours. But next moment, we forget everything. Then another God will be there. All the Dikpalakas will be there, Dasa Dikpalakas. And when we will get out, also God's picture will be there. And when we will come out of the year, they will give a God's picture. Yes. Prakashji? You have to unmute.
I said for the removal of misery, God's presence is required. That's all. You don't have to, doesn't have to do anything.
Yeah. That's why it is told, the begin, we'll come to that. We'll come to that. It is how it will, God will remove that sorrow. This is the sentence we tell. But one has to understand how God will remove. He will not bring a stick and try to beat the sorrow will be driven away. No. What does it mean? It is telling in the last line. Dukkha nibrutim prati Prabhu bhavati. Prabhu is the cause for the dukkha nibruti. Then how will remove? Tad vijnana nimittatvat. Tad vijnana nimittatvat. That means knowledge of God is the nimitta, is the cause for dukkha nibruti. That is the meaning.
That's all. Yeah.
That is the meaning. It is not that God will remove the sorrow. Knowledge of the God means knowledge of the self. When the self is free from all kinds of conditioning. So self has no emotions. Emotions are known because of the self. Tad vijnana nimittatva dukkha nibruti. Is it clear that when you are telling God will remove, that means the knowledge of God will remove the sorrow. Okay. Actually, not remove. There is no sorrow at all. Knowledge of God, I don't know what the language you will tell. Because we are so much acquainted with sorrow, then something has to be told. Either it will be dissolved, or it will be thrown away, or it will be removed. Something we have to add. But actually, unhappiness is not a thing that is there. If it is there, nobody can remove. If it is there and it is real, nobody can be free from sorrow. And sorrow will also not affect us. If it is real, it will not affect us. It is not real. It is like a stranger. If a stranger is coming and staying in our home, I will feel 1 or 2 days we will make all puri and halwa and everything. If that person is telling, oh, okay, nice food there. Maybe I will say 2, 3. Even our parents, if they come and stay till too many days, what will do?
When you are going,
we are going for 1 month, we are going to, and I will come with, no, you cannot come, you cannot go. Go will not also want. Anybody in our life is a burden. Anybody. How much you may tell, okay, I love him, I love her, how much you may tell, a time comes, each one is a burden for the other one. Even our body becomes a burden for us.
yes.
Because whatever is external. So, knowing the self will be the cause for dukkha nibrutehe, for the removal of sorrow or cessation of sorrow, realization of the self. Okay. Then what is the next word? Prabhu, after Prabhu, what is the next word? What is the next word?
Advaitaha.
No. After Prabhu, there is another word.
Avyayaha.
Avyaya. So he is telling meaning of each and every word. There, Gaudapadji has just mentioned But what does it mean? Bhagavan Shankaracharya is telling. So he takes each and every word. So we don't have to break our head. He is telling everything. Abhyaya means, first he is doing the parsing. Parsing means, which is called the explanation. Abhyaya means na bhyeti iti abhyaya. Whatever is na bhyeti iti abhyaya. That is samasa. Na satpurusha samasa. Na bhyeti iti abhyaya. That means, what is bhyeti? Then Bhagavan Shankaracharya is giving. He is not left anything. Na bhyeti means swarupat na vyabhicharati, which doesn't deviate. Bhyeti means, abhyaya means na bhyeti. Na bhyeti means swarupat na vyabhicharati. That means it doesn't deviate a bit from its true nature. Like how sometimes, like before marriage, like how we are so nice to each other. It is, at that time, the best emotions come. Best emotions will tell and will like to be really with the other person, because that person becomes the best of himself and the other person the best of herself. That's why it is so attractive. It's very difficult to stay away. We get attracted so fast because the best of a person is expresses at that time. But after marriage, I don't know what happens. Everything is, we doubt that, am I married to this person? Okay, that means what is happening? Vyabhicharati. Swarupat vyabhicharati. But in case of this Turiya, na vyabhicharati. Turiya, who is Atma, is na vyabhicharati. He doesn't change at all. Whenever there is change happens in the mind at the physical level. Whenever there is change everywhere and we are attached to that change, then always will feel that I am going up or down. Emotions, we are attached to emotions. Emotions will go up and down. Then sometimes I'll feel very excited, sometimes very depressed. Sometimes elated, sometimes unhappy. Because we are attached to changing things. That when that changing situation, a body is changing, mind is changing, relationship is changing, the economical condition is changing, political situation is changing, government is changing, always the game. In the game, I am thinking that, okay, India should win in the hockey match. Okay, thank God today India won the New Zealand. Okay, and if they would have, and they really hit a lot of runs, at the end, their captain was hitting only sixes because he saw that they are going to lose. So he started hitting, and somehow he was successful. Another 2-3 balls if it would have stayed, then New Zealand would have won. But one mistake, how it is, leg before we get gone. That 9th wicket he was there. Otherwise, India would have lost. And if it have lost, we are thinking that India will win. Already Laddu has purchased and the drums and everything is there. We have arranged. And suddenly India is gone. How? We cannot show our face at all. We cannot show our face. Okay, honey, do you want to eat some pakoda? Don't tell me anything. Because we feel so down at that time. So down. Abhyaya means na bhyeti. That means swarupat na vyabhicharati. That is the meaning of abhyaya. What is the meaning? What is the samasa pada of the abhyaya? Na bhyeti. And what is mean by na bhyeti? Na vyabhicharati. Swarupat na vyabhicharati. That means we don't change from its true nature at all. Na vyabhicharati. Yavat. Yavat means how long that is there, it will never change. Since it doesn't deviate from its own nature, that's why it is called abhyaya. Who doesn't change? This Turiya, which is the Atma, and which is the antidote for all kinds of unhappiness. Then what is the next word? What is the next word?
Advaitaha.
Advaitaha. Why it is called Advaita? That we'll see next time. Why it is called Advaita. Always we are using these words, Advaita, Abhyaya, but the explanation is given here. Bhagavan Shankaracharya has defined Okay, we'll see that next time. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.